Okay, some better news today from Afghanistan, and particularly for the Australians trapped there. Plus, of course, the people that worked for us, for our soldiers, and want to get out. The question is, do we trust this good news? Do we keep treating the Taliban as evil, all that kind of stuff? Killers, murderers, the kind of language I've been hearing today, even from a government minister. Or do we give them a chance, a little chance, to show us that they've changed, which would encourage them and be good for everyone? And this is now the very big call. Now, the most obvious piece of good news from Afghanistan is that after all the panic, the mad panic, the deadly panic to get out of Kabul when it fell, with some Afghans even sitting on the wheels of the plane that they thought would probably be their last chance to get out, some of them then falling to their death when it took off. Despite all that panic, the Taliban has now said there's no need for all that. No need either for the US ambassador to flee in panic with the US flag that used to fly over his embassy. The Taliban have instead said, well, look, we're going to leave the airport open. Foreign planes can land, foreign planes can leave to pick up their citizens and others that they want to rescue. And indeed, our Air Force has already evacuated some 26 people from Kabul with their first flight. There's more to come. But it is still dangerous. Let's not kid ourselves about that. Prime Minister Morrison today would not comment on reports that a former interpreter for our soldiers was actually shot in the leg trying to get to the plane we sent. Apparently he made it, thank goodness. But the Taliban does seem serious for now when it says it wants no reprisals against people who used to work for the old regime. It wants foreign embassies to stay. It wants to let girls go to school. It wants us free to come and go with our planes. Now, Morrison isn't buying that yet.
I'm making no assumptions, absolutely no assumptions about any commitments that are being given to others. I know their form, and I'm acting on the basis of their form.
And he's very right to doubt, given the reports we get of executions by the Taliban out in the country, away from the TV cameras, of course. Girls being forced to marry Taliban fighters. And it's right too, given what this Taliban commander in the provinces said this week.
It's our belief that one day Mujahideen will have victory and Islamic law will come not to just Afghanistan, but all over the world. We are not in a hurry. We believe it will come one day. Jihad will not end until the last day.
That's a worry. But all that said, I have to say that the PR offensive of the Taliban leadership in Kabul so far is very effective, and I think demands some sort of response. The Taliban used to, and maybe still does, but certainly used to, and not that long ago either, stone women who broke Sharia laws against adultery, for instance, stone them to death, and also whip them. They also banned schools, back when they ran the country, banned girls from going to school. But there was a fascinating press conference yesterday in Kabul, where Taliban leaders took questions even from a female journalist and claimed they'd reformed to a point.
All our sisters, all our women are secure. Our God, our Quran says that woman is a very important part of our society. They can work, they can get education, they are needed in our society, and they will be actively involved. If they continue to live according to Sharia, we will be happy, they will be happy.
Well, that sounds a hell of a lot better than we used to get from the old Taliban, but there you just heard the catch. Provided the women live under Sharia, then all these other things can happen. But that, of course, means, among other things, women wearing the niqab, a face-covering sack that blots them out of public life. Yet the Taliban did yesterday still allow this protest, at least while we're focused on what's happening over there, a protest by brave women in Kabul, not wearing the niqab, who were demanding the right to study and to work and to be involved in politics. So, can these tiny signs of reform be trusted, or are barbarians just trying to con us? Well, for now, I don't trust them. But it would be, I think, a big mistake not to give them a chance.